Bjorn here, CrossFit Fiber, and welcome to 22.1 tips and tricks video. Dropping us at 4 o'clock this morning. Here's the workout, 15 minutes of an AMRAP. You've got 3 wall walks, you've got 12 dumbbell snatches, and you've also got 15 box jump overs. Now guys, this is a great workout to start off the open with. 15 minutes of this workout, tips for the wall walk. So your wall walks are really set now. We've got set distance from the walls where your hands need to go to, and you've got a set distance of where the guys and the girls' hands need to be when you first start. Okay, so I'll talk about the RX version of this, right? Now the wall walks really favor the shorter arm athletes, so yes, you need to be all the way down on the floor. Palms going to be touching the tight over here. Touch, and then you're going to hit up. 1, 2, 3. Keep it down on the floor. Your goal is to have as little contact on the floor. Your goal is to have the least amount of contact on the floor from this line here to when your chest hits the wall, all right? Because it's going to save your shoulders if you have, let's say, 3 or 4 steps, as opposed to you're trying to wriggle your way all the way up there and have about 5 or 6 steps in there. That's really gonna tank out your shoulders. Yeah, there's only 3 of them in there, guys, so you can really rush through these 3 wall walks, okay? Now, a couple of things. If you're going to be resting for your wall walks in through the middle of the set, you wanna make sure that you take your breath whilst you're standing or in a kneeling position before you get down chest to the floor. Try to not take your breath or recover whilst you're lying flat on the floor. You're not going to be able to get as much air into your system. You need to be sitting upright so you can open up the chest and get as much air into your lungs as possible, okay? So those are your 3 wall walks. The 12 dumbbell snatches shouldn't be an issue for a lot of us. We've been practicing a lot of your dumbbell snatches. Really, one thing to make sure is use your posterior chain to actually swing up into it instead of a press type motion, right? Sometimes you will get it's easier to swing it up rather than pull it at a press. For some of you have a little bit of a press right at the top here, and that's really going to use up your shoulder strength, which you will need for the wall walks. So try and swing the dumbbell snatches as much as you can for this workout. Sometimes you have to change the way that you do things for a particular movement only because you've got other movements to worry about. All right, once you've done your 12 dumbbell snatches, you've got 15 box jump overs. I'll put up a link for a video of how to actually jump onto a box. But in this one here, we're going to cover how you can do it in some different ways that you can do it to get jumping over this box, all right? So it says you're not allowed to do those rebound jumps anymore. And those rebound jumps are these ones here, where you can just bounce off the bottom, off your Achilles, spring load it, and jump back up to the top. I like this actually because it actually caps, the skills that you have. And some folks can't do this, which kind of levels the playing field just a little bit. It's a little bit of a safety issue as well, that you can't rebound it, which is great. So you're not going to have torn Achilles all over the place. So you can step up, step down, or you land into the bottom of it. You've got to reset yourself back up for that jump over. Now, when you're doing your jump, obviously a lot of you guys probably think straight on would be a good way. I like to think of a quarter turn at the top. Feet will be facing some form in like a quarter position, quarter turn already. And then you can jump down, or you can step down into it, okay? One way that you can do also is to not land at the top and lock out at the top, but stay at the bottom of that squat. And then you can drop your feet down and you can step it down that way. For me, that's quite a very nice way of not using the quad muscles per se, but you're actually going to be using the spring-loaded elasticity of your muscle fascia, all right? So it kind of looks like that. You're kind of coming down in the descent portion as well. You get to swivel your feet as well. It makes it a hell of a lot easier as well. Right? And if you do that a few times, practice it as you go. For the guys who are actually stepping over the box, so the masters and scaled masters, so if you do any scaled movements of it, the scaled box jumps, you're going to be stepping over. One of the key thing there is you're going to have 2 feet on the top of the box. You want to try and do that in 2 steps. Remember the grapevine, guys. I know some of you guys will be too young for this, but stepping up to the top, to the corner, so that you can do a grapevine, put your foot back into it, just like so. And then you can grapevine it, all right? Throw your hands up as well, kind of almost like a step movement, and that gives you a little bit of momentum to actually get your body moving into it. Use less of your legs in there. Almost looks like a step class, all right? Or make sure you get 2 legs over the top of it. Actually, it's gonna be so easy once you figure out the grapevine. It's gonna be good fun for you to do. The key to this workout, there's 15 minutes of this workout, so you really have to pace it from the start. You can't go blazing fast in the wall walks over here because you're gonna hit a brick wall by the time you get to 10 or 12 minutes. What you're gonna find that you're gonna waste a lot of time is in the transitions, on the wall walks, in between the reps, and also whilst you're coming into the box jumps over here, okay? So there's a lot of moving around in a transition time over here. Like a long Cindy, take your time, make sure it's quality. You don't want to get no rep, but you want to keep moving through every single rep and progress through to the next element, finish that off and progress that through onto your box jumps. These 2 portions in here, that's the one that's going to get your heart rate up, and this is where your work's going to be. Your posterior chain here, and then into your legs, and then after that you're going to go back into your arms again. This is a great Metcon workout that you can do. Thanks very much for watching. If you got a bit of value out of this, don't forget to smash that like button and also click on the subscribe button. Thanks very much, all the best, and we'll see you in the next video.